I've been a Sonic fan for as long as I can remember. The series is full of many unique character designs and has tons of merchandise, including action figures and the focus of this video, plushes. One of these many plush sets is the Sega Prize Sonic Adventure plush set. The plush set consists of two waves. Wave 1 contains Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Big the Cat, and a neutral Chow, while Wave 2 contains Amy, Eggman, Knight's Chow, and E102 Gamma. This set is one of the coolest Sonic plush sets out there, containing characters and designs rarely seen today, as well as being one of the first plush sets to use the modern Sonic designs. The plush set has become highly desired and very expensive in recent years, with Wave 2 specifically being incredibly hard to find. So that begs the question, what led to this video, and how did I manage to obtain one of these holy grail plushes? Well, that's what I'm here to talk about. This is the story of how I got my Sonic Adventure Eggman plush. I've been into Sonic collecting since I was very young, but really started to get into the hobby around 6 years ago, when the YouTuber Patmac started his Look Back At series. If you aren't familiar with him, which I doubt you would be since, he's pretty popular, just a little bit, but if you're not familiar with him, Patmac is a YouTuber who does videos on merchandise and other media, many of which revolve around Sonic the Hedgehog. I watched him really often back in the day, and still keep up with his content today, and he was one of my main inspirations to start collecting, and also maybe might have inspired this video. So hey, credits to Patmac, link in the description if you want to check him out, if you haven't already. One of my favorite videos of his is his video on the Sonic Adventure plush set. It introduced me to the set, and from then on, I wanted to collect all of them. Of course, the problem was that at that point, the plushes had already gone up quite a bit in value, and my limited money at the time made it so I was unable to get them. And that's how it remained for many years. But, as time went on, I started to get more and more invested in collecting, and eventually would amp up my search for these plushes. For a long time, I mainly used eBay to find stuff. But, in 2021, I started to realize just how expensive prices on eBay started to get. Occasionally, I would encounter good deals, but most of the time for things like auctions, you'd encounter things like the $8,000 Sine Knuckles plush. It was things like this that led me to search elsewhere, mainly on Yahoo Japan auctions and Mercari Japan. The value of these plushes in general had gone up a ton, but by then I already had a good source of money and could afford some of these higher prices. There was a problem, however. Not only were the prices higher on these plushes, but also their scarcity. Listings for these plushes had definitely slowed in the years before I started to look for them more heavily. So by late 2021, I was still trying to find all of the plushes in this plush set. At least, until 2022 came along. You see, one of the most highly desired Sonic plushes out there is the Sonic Adventure 2 Soap Shoe Sonic plush. And ever since Patmac made his now famous, or maybe infamous depending on how you look at it, video about the SA2 plush set, I wanted that plush. However, I was even less versed in the world of collecting at the time than he was. And so while I watched him end up getting 3 Soap Shoe Sonics, one of which being the Korean Soap Shoe Sonic, I was still waiting for my chance to find even just one. While I regret to say I still haven't gotten him, I did put a good effort in early 2022 to find one. However, most of the effort was in vain as none were really popping up. That would be until May. During the month of May, a Soap Shoe Sonic went up on Yahoo Japan auctions. I was super hyped and really wanted to get him, and I was willing to give up a lot if I really needed to. However, there was a problem. The day at the end of the auction was a school day for me, and thus I couldn't really be there to win it. So while I did place a fairly large bid that I thought would be too high for anyone to try outbidding, I was proven incorrect and was unable to win him. He ended up selling for over $2,000, so yeah, that wasn't a very good one. Another Soap Shoe Sonic and even an SA1 Amy also ended up going up on Mercari Japan, but both sold before I found them, which didn't help things. Flash forward to June. Sonic Plush from the Sonic the Fighters plush set was listed on Yahoo Japan for a not so generous price. He didn't end up selling, so his price started to go lower and lower, until his price hit around $150 in USD. I was going to try to get him, but at the time, I'd already spent a lot of money and didn't have a reliable source to get more, at least, at that time. I kept track of the listing for a while, hoping I would at least have a chance to get him once I was able to get a reliable source of money coming up again. However, one day I woke and checked the listing, and he was sold. Since then, I have yet to find another one for a good price like that. However, I have found Fighter's Tails for a slightly more expensive but still pretty good price. It had been a little while since I had lost Fighter Sonic, so imagine my surprise when on the night of July 11th, tons of listings of Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic X plushes all went up on Yahoo Japan. I was obviously surprised, as something like this is a very rare occurrence. There were lots of very rare plushes listed, including Sonic X Volume 2 plushes, SA1 Wave 2 plushes, and even SA2 Shadow and Rouge. Of course, I was incredibly excited, and was also hoping to get some of these super rare plushes. But I did have a feeling that there might be more on the horizon, given that some key plushes in some of these sets were missing. And, well, looks like I was right. The day after most of those incredible listings went up, a few more listings went up from the same seller. Most were from Sonic X, but one plush stood out above the rest. That's right, this seller had listed SA1 Eggman. Now, this was the first time I personally had seen SA1 Eggman listed ever, but I later learned from a friend that he has popped up a few times, but comparative to other plushes, yeah, this was a very, very, very surprising listing. I thought I might have had a good chance at the SA2 plushes, but I figured that if I didn't get them, the day after I would try to get him. Obviously, this isn't the story of how I got my SA2 Shadow and Rouge, so of course I did not win them. But the morning Eggman ended, I woke up early to try to win him. To my amazement, I actually did it. While yeah, I did pay a lot, it was significantly less than what SA2 Shadow and Rouge ended for. Yeah. So I was still super excited to get him. After a few weeks of gathering cash and waiting for him to be delivered, he finally arrived. So, here he is, the rarest Sonic plush currently in my collection. Wow, just wow. I still can't believe I managed to get him. It feels so surreal to have one of my holy grails of collecting in my collection now. Holding him in my hand cements him in my mind as one of the best Eggman plushes out there. So many things about him are just so cool. Being based on Sonic Adventure, the designers took some creative liberties, and I think he looks amazing. He's super accurate to his art, even to the point of his jacket being super high up and covering most of his mouth like some of the art from the time. He has all his linings, has excellent facial details, etc, etc. I could go on and on about how cool this plush is. Mine is used, however he did come with his tag. Oh boy, this is a time capsule. It is a little bent, but I don't mind, and he also doesn't have his hamstring, unfortunately. But again, that doesn't really bother me. It's just so cool to own this guy, and he was honestly in better shape than I was expecting. He captures the likeness of Eggman so well, and I cannot describe how genuinely awesome it feels to finally own him. It's like a dream come true. This message goes out to all of you out there who feel like you can never obtain your most wanted items. Don't lose hope. Don't give up. Before I got Eggman, I was honestly starting to think I was never getting any of these guys. But thankfully I didn't give up. Now I can proudly say I own my most wanted Eggman plush of all time. So, as I was saying before, yeah, I do have him now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring him over here. Obviously, you see, we got SA1 Sonic, we have SA1 Tails, and then right between them both, SA1 Eggman. Alright, let me grab him and bring him over to the totally not messy bed that I just cleaned this one part up for this segment of the video. But yeah, here he is. Man, he seriously looks amazing. See his plastic eyes with the, his glasses and everything. You can see his very subtle teeth under there, which is nice. Got his mustache. Mine isn't really splitting at all, but it could probably split, so I'm gonna be very careful with that. See the back of his jacket, looking very snazzy and everything, all of his jacket linings, all of that. Obviously down here, you got his touch tag, which is in Japanese, because this was one of the Wave 2 plushes, and the Wave 2 plush touch tags were in Japanese. As you can see, 2000, this is a Wave 2 plush, so it was manufactured then. And then you come down to his boots, which look absolutely amazing. See, they use the felt details. I'm trying not to touch them too much so that the dry glue doesn't make them fall off or anything. Bottom of his shoe with his heel and everything. And I mean, as I said, the plush is a little bit used and all, so things like his hands look a little bit dirty, and mostly it's mostly the white stuff, and maybe you can see a little bit on the skin. It looks a little bit dirty, but other than that, he's in pretty good shape. And then here you got his tag, obviously, with all the characters from Sonic Adventure, all the ones from the plush set except for the Chow, which, as Patmac said, it would probably look cluttered with them. You can see the back of the tag, 2000, made in China. Oh my god, that link. Tried it before, it doesn't work anymore. But yeah. Oh man, this is such a time capsule. I can't really read Japanese, so I can't really tell you what the rest of the tag says. I'll probably look it up or something, but yeah. So, yeah. SA1 Eggman. Here he is. Oh man, it's just, it feels surreal. It really does. It feels so surreal to have this guy. Everything about him is just it's just so cool. This guy, this one plush is the coolest thing ever. Obviously, there are plushes out there that are probably cooler than him, but I can definitely say this is the coolest plush. This is the coolest plush that I own, for sure. Also, you can tell this part isn't scripted because I'm flubbing up all my lines and stuff. But man, I just wanted to really capture just the feeling, because oh my god. Obviously, I'll put in a clip here of my Instagram live where I unbox this guy. Oh man. Oh shit, bro. This SA1 Eggman plush. I spent so much on this thing. Holy crap. Oh, look at it. Look at it. Woo! Look at it. Look at him. S81 Eggman! I was very excited to get him. And man, he lived up to all the hype, man. He's so amazing. Everything about him is just wonderful. Like, just giving you some close-up shots of everything. Yeah, everything about him is just so good, man. Oh my god. It really is a dream to own this guy, and I'm so glad that I have the chance to own this legendary plush. Alright, back to voiceover. I once used to own exactly 0 of the Sonic Adventure plush set. Now, I own 3 of them. One of which being SA1 Eggman. I'm so grateful to have a chance to own one of both mine and many people's Sonic plush holy grails. It's been a long time coming, for sure. All of these years of searching, all of these years of failing and trying to find all of these Sonic plushes, all of these SA1 plushes, Soap Shoe Sonic, the Sine line, all of these years, all of this time finally paid off. I finally own one of my most wanted plushes of all time. And I couldn't have done it without the help and influence of the collecting community. So many great faces out there making excellent content. All of you keep up the great work. Without you, I probably wouldn't have been as invested in collecting as I am today, so all I can really say is thank you. Thank you all. Life really can suck sometimes, but I know that all of you have the power to push through and accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish. Just open your heart. It's gonna be alright. Yeah!